Hey, so I wanted to reflect on 2020. With the end of the year approaching, my birthday is coming up. I'm going to be turning 35, so I've been doing a lot of introspective things where thinking, thinking about everything. 2020 for a lot of people was very crazy, scary, grim, full of uncertainty, and just absolute shit show. For me, I had just moved to Quebec City here to live with Felix finally, and everything was so exciting. Everything was so new for me. I absolutely couldn't wait to get out and explore. We really love exploring and checking out where we live, etc. And at the beginning of 2020, I just turned 34. And I actually was sick on New Year's Eve. I had a cold, which was, maybe a foreshadowing into the year to come. I don't know. But unfortunately, my 2020 started off very sad. I lost my cat, Daisy, of 20 years, at the very beginning of the year. And that was really tough, and it's still hard for me. Yeah, it was tragic. It made me the most depressed I've ever been, and I really just didn't know what I was gonna do with myself this past year. I was very lost there. But little by little, I started to get better. I started to pull myself up, of course, with the help of Felix and Lola, and we started to go out a little bit more. We went to Carnival. The winter carnival here is really awesome. And it was a lot of fun, and that was great to go out finally. And then around March, I was getting ready to start my French classes, and that was so exciting. And we kept hearing this news about this thing that was happening, and things started to shut down. And then I signed up to foster kittens. Now, for anyone that knows me, you all know that I am absolutely 100% just in love with rescuing kittens. I volunteered at the Arizona Humane Society's kitten nursery for 2.5 years before I moved here, and fostering has been an absolute dream of mine that I never really got to be able to do, mostly in part because of Daisy, her being old. That has nothing to do with it, but her stress level, just wanting to make sure that she was absolutely being taken care of 100%. And I'll never forget the day that we got those little kittens. It was magical. It was absolutely magical. Falling in love with their little faces. And this was all happening despite everything around us seemingly crumbling, and the year becoming just more frustrating for a lot of people, losing their jobs, me not being able to take my French classes, and not being able to really pay some of my bills. That was really frustrating. But here were these little lives that depended on us, and we got to watch them grow and get adopted, and that is so exciting. And then we adopted Basil. Some of you know Basil. She has been an absolute light in our lives this year. And that's not to say that Lola isn't still my number one gal, but I think that Basil was much needed for our hearts to heal and for just general, happiness. And then I finally started my French classes. So this has been an absolute game changer for me. Before I started my French classes, I was feeling very stuck. And if you've ever felt that, you know what it's like. It's very frustrating because you feel that every day, no matter what you do, you're never gonna move forward. And I'm a person who really loves to do a lot of projects. I'm someone who loves to jump from thing to thing, and I was getting bored with doing that, and I was so ready for these French classes to start. And for me to finally feel comfortable speaking French here has been absolutely a life-changing experience this past year. Je peux parler en français sans penser à propos du mot, avec n'importe qui. Je suis très confortable, je suis très confiante. Enfin, c'est merveilleux. Oui. I'm so happy. It's amazing. I don't feel stuck when I speak. And for the longest time, I felt stuck speaking French, but also stuck with what I want to do with my life. And that brings me to my 2020 goals-ish. I have been thinking a lot about my year to come. I think that's normal for people around this time of year, and especially because my birthday is literally right on New Year's. I was born December 30th, just to clarify, not a New Year's baby. Almost. I think it's normal for a lot of people to get nostalgic around this time of year and introspective, and also sort of begin to think about what's to come for the new year, how they're going to better themselves, how they're going to better their lives. And with my birthday being this time of year, I'm extra introspective. Turning 35 for me is, I'll be honest, a little scary, because I'm like, oh my god, whoa, 35. It seems like such a concrete number. I don't know why. I remember turning 25 10 years ago and being so stoked. I was like, I'm a quarter of a century old, and just feeling so cool about that. And now I'm just like, oh man, 35. Whoa, this is serious. But I've also been really excited to be getting older. I think getting older is, obviously it's natural. Everyone gets older, or hopefully. We all hope we get older, of course. And so I've been really just thinking about, for this next year, how can I be an even better version of the person that I already am? I am really looking forward to being more mindful this year. I want to maybe take an actual break from social media. That means taking the icons of my Twitter, Facebook, and whatever else I get on, and just hiding them so that they're not just right there at the front of my phone when I unlock it and can just easily click on it. I'm the worst person when it comes to that kind of thing. And I really want to try to be more artistic. That is something that I want to do. I really want to do more yoga. I want to try to meditate even more. I want to make more music, foster more kittens, and just be really mindful. For me, 2020, even though it was a little bit frustrating, it started out for me very tragic in the most depressing way possible. It hasn't been that bad, honestly. It hasn't all been bad. There have been some beautiful moments this year for me, for us, for the world. I think that in the future, our new normal is going to be more mindful and thoughtful. And I feel like more people are waking up to this idea. I wanted to send all my love your way. If you're watching this and you've gotten this far, thank you. Feel free to subscribe, because this is also one of my goals, is to make more vlogs, just making videos. I really like film. I've found that I really love making this kind of... I really found that I love this sort of creative outlet, making videos, making film, in a creative way, not just making videos, but really thinking about the creative aspect of it. So make sure you subscribe if you would like to be part of that journey, and I wish you nothing but love, light, and happiness. If you are watching this and you're at the very bottom of your 2020 barrel and you are just as lost as ever, I love you. You're not alone, and your 2021 is gonna be great. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Take care, everyone.